Talking about scary videos, today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a compilation of creepy TikTok videos that are going to probably keep you up at night. Also, don't forget to help me by smashing the like button so we can get this video recommended to others. So without further ado, let's go straight to the video.
Now this was personal. In May of 2007, Bokito the gorilla escaped his enclosure at a zoo located in the Netherlands. Responding to children who were throwing rocks at him, he jumped over the ditch that was separating him from the public. But it wasn't the kids he was after. He was after one woman in particular. He had his sights set on 57-year-old Petronella Yvonne, who had been visiting him almost daily since he was 4 months old. She would repeatedly touch the glass and make constant eye contact with him. Zoo employees urged her not to do this, but she claimed she had a special bond with him. Well, she f***ed around and found out, because when he caught her, he dragged her 10 meters, broke her arm and wrist, sat on her, and bit her over 100 times.
So that was seriously not the ending that I was expecting. I think Bokito was literally just tired of being stalked, you know.
Oh no, not good. This is infrastructure. Oh, no.
Marge, Lisa's making the noises again.
Lisa, would it violate the spirit of mental health and self-care for you to squelch all your feelings?
Scientists are saying they're gonna eat our crops. No more kale!
We need to get Lisa off the internet. Go to the attic and give her you know what.
Merry Christmas!
Why am I getting my big present now?
Because Santa delivered it early this year.
Really? Why?
Because he doesn't have long to live.
Dad, the world is falling apart. You can't just distract me with a toy.
You were saying...
I'm distracted.
Arlene, you spit on a Kleenex and wiped her makeup off.
Hey, after hot yoga, let's grab some vegan Thai, then check out the Swedish gut biome clinic. But first, let's ride the real working escalator. Ooh, it's the girls' day. Who wants a spotted boba tea? I do. This feels so good. Maybe Mom's right. Maybe I don't need to freak out. Oh, but you do. You're alive? Lisa, how can you just, I don't know, play as the world is collapsing around us? How are you talking to me? How do you know about the lockdown?
Lisa, we may be born to shop, but we're not, unaware.
No, of course, but it's just so hard to feel present right now, isn't it? Knowing those things are out there. Can we not talk about the caterpillars? This is the first time in 2 days I've been free of crushing anxiety and...
Oh my God, the caterpillars have caused a lettuce shortage. Rioters were tear gassed at a Whole Foods salad bar.
That's so sad. I'm just gonna say it. I think this is the new normal.
Are they trying to warn us about something that is about to happen? Because that would be so crazy.
We collectively thought Steve Jobs was a great man, even when we knew he made billions off the backs of children. But because we want to be sedated. Because it's painful not to pretend. Because we're cowards. Fuck society.
This is why I don't have small talk, honestly.
Is that swingy thing in the back of your throat right here? I'm soaking wet! Quick! Somebody bring me the ocean! Have you ever tried to get your whole big toe in your mouth? Check this out. Is it possible for a teenage girl to drink water upside down? Juice!
That is so sad, man.
Same thing with Kanye, bro. He's the real Chris Brown, and he's not allowed to get on stage. It's the only way he can make his money.
So you feel like that was like a lookalike that did that?
Huh? Do I feel like it was a lookalike in Chris Brown's body?
Wait a damn minute.
Okay.
No, Chris Brown is not that. It's just the same. It's the same thing with Kanye, bro.
The taller Kanye, the smaller Kanye, taller Kanye.
I was Ye. They started making more Ye's. Chris Brown is not Chris Brown on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm an alien. What? It's not Chris Brown on stage, bro.
Let him cook.
Chris Brown, he believes in UFOs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you think you ever been abducted?
Hell nah.
Do you think you ever seen anything that looked different?
Mm-mm.
Why do you believe?
Because I'm an alien.
Why?
Because I'm an alien.
Okay. Explain.
I can't explain.
Okay, that seems to me like a joke, but
Like, and I don't mean, you know, sometimes people think alien with the eyes and outer space and all that stuff. But you really.
I woke up in Chris Brown's body. Like, it makes so much sense.
There is a scary, scary game currently trending called Red Door, Yellow Door. I'm going to show you an example of someone doing it, then I'm going to explain exactly what they're doing.
Red door, yellow door, any other colored door. Red door, yellow door, any other colored door. Red door, yellow door, any other colored door. What do you see? Any other doors? A yellow door. Where's the... Don't go down them. Don't go down. If they go down, don't go down. They're going down. Turn back around and get out. No, turn back around and get out. Wake up. Guy, wake up.
Chanting red door, yellow door, any other color door will set them into a trance. A timer will then be set for 10 minutes because they shouldn't be here any longer than 10 minutes. They will then see a hallway and the person massaging their temple will guide them through this hallway and ask them if they see any doors. If they feel good about these doors, they can walk in. If you see a room full of clocks, you must leave immediately because it will trap you in the room. If you see people, especially a man in a suit, walk away because this is a sign of evil and bad news. And if you see stairs, do not go down. You have to go up.
This world is becoming more and more like Stranger Things.
Action plan. It's a blueprint to inventory and control all land, all water, all plants, all animals, all production, all construction, all law enforcement, all energy, all food, all information, everything on the planet, including you. Sustainable development. Now, when you see the term sustainable development, of course you think you know what it means, but you really don't know what it means. When you see the term SMART, which is sustainability, monitoring, assessing, rating, and tracking you, there's total continuity between Malthus, a corporate group called the Club of Rome, universities, the philanthropies. You've got the corporate, the governance, and the foundations and organizations, including the Holy See, the Vatican.
They put the truth right in front of us, so it's up to us to wake up and just realize whatever the fuck is going on.
I hate pizza.
You hate pizza?
I know, guys, boo, boo! I'm out of here! Okay,
wow.
Look, just give me a second.
What is it that you hate about pizza?
Okay, I'll tell you. I had it every day for a year, possibly more. And I think that anytime you have, it was too much. But here's the irony, guys. My husband, for our anniversary, got me a pizza oven.
Did he really?
Yes. Yes, he did.
I love pizza.
I love pizza, bro.
You got 3 of them right here.
And I love cheese.
I love cheese.
I love pasta. Oh, I love
pasta.
Penne pasta.
Penne pasta.
Rigatoni pasta.
Rigatoni pasta.
Fusilli pasta. Linguine pasta.
Linguine pasta.
Macaroni pasta.
Pepperoni pasta.
Macaroni.
Macaroni pasta.
It sounds like pepperoni, but it's not.
It sounds like pepperoni, but it's not. It's macaroni. It's pepperoni. It's all, that goes on the pizza and then macaroni pasta.
Our leaders, our ancestors who fought the wars of resistance, their heads, their remains are sitting in jars throughout Europe.
She is not lying. I'm going to give y'all a little history lesson. Now, for my protection, this video is for educational purposes. Everything in this video is fake. Everything I said is not real, and I think I'm forgetting something, but whatever. And I know some of y'all probably might be thinking, you're trying to make us look bad? No, this is history. Take it how you want it. Now, let me give y'all an example of what she's talking about. Cue the video.
British royal family rejects calls to return kidnapped Ethiopian prince body back home. Buckingham Palace has declined an official request to return the remains of an Ethiopian prince who they kidnapped, then held hostage for several years, and then unceremoniously buried in a British catacomb in the 19th century.
Viewer discretion is strongly advised in this video because this is about to get a little gory. Now, their made-up reason why they're not going to give his body back, they're saying that it's going to disturb the resting places of others in the vicinity. Now, in the comments, people are talking about they have the remains of warriors who held off colonization too. Did you know that the Europeans used to actually eat mummies? They would also powder the remains and put it in paintings, like actually paint with the powder. Now, you may be wondering, why would they eat mummies? And how does this connect to them keeping our ancestors' remains? Not to mention that they would use it to heal their bodies. Now, the reason why they were using human remains, and you know who remains they were using, they believed that it contained the spirit of the body that they were taken from. That's why the blood is especially powerful. They believe that eating the person was consuming their essence. Wow! Rich, Europeans thought that they could heal themselves by eating corpses. So you're telling me that these rich, upper-class, elite Europeans, they believed that they could get some type of power by consuming people. Now let me just point out that the British Museum has over 6,000 human remains. Now, not to mention some of these wealthy families, and we already know where the wealth came from. Now, just like, certain Europeans like to hang animals' remains on the walls and hunt them for sport and do all that extra stuff, make belts out of their skin, they used to do that to slaves. Now, there used to be like a secret black market, and that they used to hand down the remains of our ancestors. They would make purses, shoes, all of that from skin. Use the grease of boiled flesh as oil, and these were souvenirs passed down through generations. After 200 years, in 2016, they finally returned the head, the skull of Nat Turner to their original family. They were passing the remains of the leader of a slave rebellion down through their generations. So where do you think the white European Americans got the information and these habits from? The Europeans. So why wouldn't you believe that they have our ancestors in jars in the Vatican, somewhere in the British Museum, somewhere in Europe? Come on now. This is all I'm gonna leave y'all with. Y'all stay dangerous.
So if that really worked, so it shows that maybe that's how they took our powers.
Will Smith exposed Hollywood. Back in 2019, Will Smith made a video about the power of perception. In this video, he talked about how nothing is actually real.
Y'all think I got time to go on vacation? No. I got social to do. Come on, man, this is blue screen. In fact, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I haven't looked like this good in years. I've been totally computer generated since like the 90s. You know what? This ain't even real blue screen. It's 2019, y'all. Nothing's real.
Will Smith even starred in a movie called Focus. And the whole point of the movie is being able to trick your subconscious mind if you're not staying focused. So with all that being said, Will Smith knows how to trick the subconscious mind and well understands how fake the entertainment industry is, since he's been a part of it for so long. Did you know that before the Oscars, Will Smith even had a class teaching kids how to do a fake slap?
That, right? You just turn your head when I go. Man, where's my money?
So let me know in the comment section if you believe that.
This reptilian bloodline you talk about, how do they manage to keep it pure?
Well, they haven't, in fact. That the reason why people in positions of power today look like normal humans and basically act like normal humans is because they have interbred over and over again.
Thank you. I've heard this rumor that our presidents come from this bloodline.
That is absolutely true. It's real. These reptilian people in positions of power are literally coming from another dimension.
I think we already know that by now, because shit is crazy out here. Things are not how they seem to be. It kind of shows that, we are trying to cancel him, over something that maybe was all planned out, Every time someone try to tell us something, they always get punished.
Are you awake?
They want us to believe in UFOs. They're preparing us for a fake alien invasion. That's always been the plan. A one-world government. The only way to do it is to get us to embrace it. And the only way to embrace it is from an alien attack. Ronald Reagan talked about it many times. He looked at all the leaders of the nation, of the world, and said, wouldn't it make our lives easier if we just had some kind of extraterrestrial threat?
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish. Just think how easy his task and mine might be in these meetings that we held if suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species from another planet outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries, and we would find out once and for all that we really are all human beings here on this earth together.
It honestly blows my mind how nobody is talking about this. Watch this video. Pay attention closely to this man right here, if you can even call him a man.
true that you want to fly commercial so that you can fly in luxury? How much money did you pay for Tyler Perry's Gulfstream jet, for example?
Well, for example, that's really none of your business, but...
Isn't it the business of your donors?
Listen, wow! I've paid.
It seems like he was really trying to control his anger so that,
Airplane that we have that I bought from Tyler Perry, and I didn't pay anywhere near. Tyler's one of the greatest guys. He made that airplane so cheap for me, I couldn't help but buy it. I love your eyes.
Again, getting back to the comment. You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
That man is the scariest man I've ever seen. Shit. I don't know if that's just an intimidation technique or maybe he's just being as weird as himself.
Stay woke.
File in the Illuminati archive.
Okay, that's Keanu now, and here he is in Bram Stoker's Dracula in 1992. He's barely aged a day. How old are these photos? And who are all these women? Hollywood immortals?
The Illuminati has spread their message using the charisma of actors for centuries, but get this, they found a way to keep them alive so their star power never dies.
Hollywood's leading men are making themselves immortal using the blood of young women. They're all hundreds of years old.
Every ageless leading man is one of them. Nicolas Cage, Brad Pitt, Larry David, and the most bloodthirsty of them all, Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's why they all take 19-year-old models who we never see again for their blood.
Shit. Go to my next cleanup job. Someone on the internet found out Margot Robbie is CGI. Call me later.
Ricky, you gotta
Now tell me, why would they make something like this?
Am I the only one connecting the dots here? So it looks like Jamie Foxx got tired of keeping all these secrets, because this year he was planning on dropping a Netflix original called They Cloned Tyrone, where he was basically exposing a whole bunch of government conspiracies. Which honestly sounds like a fire show, but I guess everyone wasn't feeling it. Because literally a couple days ago, Jamie Foxx got hospitalized. Not only that, but it was a mysterious hospitalization. Like, are you serious? You cannot make this up. Every time a celebrity says something about the truth, they always have something happen to them. And in his first words back were feeling blessed. You know they forced him to say that. But I got way more to say about this.
Every time someone tries to expose the truth, something always happens.
It honestly blows my mind how nobody's talking about this. Watch this video of Beyonce's concert entrance and pay attention to all the secret subliminal messages. What is happening? Mind control? What? On top of all the subliminal messages inside of that video, it also said whoever controls the media controls the mind. She's literally telling you guys in plain sight how to use social media to mind control you guys. And Beyonce doesn't even control anything to do with the media. She's literally just a puppet for the people that do control the media. And I got way more to say about this because she has a lot more subliminal messages. It actually blows my mind how nobody's talking about this.
In this industry, what you must understand is, when you do sell your soul, you are allowed to live forever. And these people that are called youngins, rookies, new booties, like I was, had no idea that these people still live.
You guys might think this is crazy, but you cannot say all these are a coincidence. This is literally an ancient Egyptian statue. This statue looks a lot like somebody. This is an exact replica of Michael Jackson. Here's another one. This is literally Elvis Presley. You literally cannot make this up. This is Barack Obama. And there's literally so many more examples of this. It's too many for it to be a coincidence.
Story is why I don't like sitting or laying on the sand without a mat. I'm Dr. Sam and this is a new series called New Fear Unlocked, where I talk about interesting medical cases and lessons you can learn so that the same thing does not happen to you. This is the story of 17-year-old Michael Dumas. He went to a Florida beach with his friends, was buried in the sand, And then he went home. That's when the nightmare started. That night, he started to complain of itch. They initially brushed it off as a ear infection, but the symptoms only became worse. He started to feel more lethargic, and he started to develop rashes, several of these on his buttocks. As the days progressed, more and more of these rashes appeared on his legs. That was when they went to see their doctor, and he was diagnosed with cutaneous larva migrans, also known as hookworm. But this isn't your normal human hookworm. This hookworm is from dogs. Dogs that carry the hookworm transfers the worm to the sand or the soil when they poop. And when you step on contaminated soil, the worm goes into your skin. But because this is a dog hookworm, and we are not suitable hosts, the worm will not migrate to our intestines, but instead stays in the skin for a buffet. This is the track that the worm makes, and usually at the end of the track is where you find the worm. And because Michael completely submerged himself in the sand, you can only imagine how many parts of his body were affected. So next time, just be careful of where you step, sit, or lay. Don't worry, he made full recovery with some anti-parasitic medication.
Better hurry up. Don't get public shamed. There it is. Look at this guy. Oof, got him. Oh, got her, dude. Oh no. Oh. So, just so you guys know, do not jaywalk in China. You will be shamed.
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person. Far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
Picture of the Earth is CGI. This was the owner of NASA, Wernher von Braun, and on his grave he has Psalms 19:1, which is a Bible verse. The Bible verse is, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork." Why would the owner of NASA have this on his grave? Alongside of that, NASA in Hebrew means to deceive, beguiled. On top of that, look at what happens when I type in flat earth backwards into Google. NASA is the first one that comes up.
Hey, get up here. Get away from him. Come on, guys. You okay?
Just got back inside the house. I was putting my daughter on the bus. And I came in, nobody else is here, and I'm hearing something on our basement stair. Right there. I'm gonna check it out. Stop. Hello?
That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe down below. Hit the notification bell. Also smash the like button so that this video can get recommended to more people. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to see you until my next video.